So the one I really was interested in, and actually this was what got me thinking about us doing this together was, obviously I do employment law. I do have a lot of husband and wife clients. And what happens when one of the partners, they decide they want to get a divorce? Like, what are the different things that can happen there?
Right. I think it depends if like how the business is doing and if the partners want to keep the business going together. The problem is when the business maybe not doing as well because of COVID or any other reason, and one of the spouses has more to do with the business than the other.
Okay.
So, situations where husband and wife are divorcing and husband runs the business and he says, there's no money there, honey. But he's withdrawing money from the accounts and he's liquidating inventory and he's using it to pay for all of the things that he wants, but wife isn't getting anything. So what does that look like? A lot of times we hire forensic accountants to come in and say, one, what's the value of the business? What is it worth with everything that it has? And two, what is the cash flow? So what's actually happening with the withdrawals? So that on my hypothetically, because I file my taxes accurately every year,
right?
But people tend to minimize their income on their taxes.
Fair enough.
But how's he paying for all of these things?
Okay. So what's the language? I think I've heard that we owe a fiduciary duty to our partners. Is that
right?
What
so spouses like a corporation and its shareholders, they owe each other a fiduciary duty, which is that I can't ruin anything or I can't let a house go. I'm responsible for, if I have the ability to make the mortgage payment, I have to make the mortgage payment, even if my opposing party can't. And even if they're not ordered to, because if I lost the equity for both of us, then I'm breaching my fiduciary duty.
Okay. And what are the consequences of that? Like, what if we can show that is what's happening?
Sometimes it's that if there's a remaining asset that the other spouse can get 100% of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Which it's, I don't know. It's hard to prove, right. But
just going over the scenarios. I'm just asking you because I'm curious to see the different scenarios that can happen. So that's an interesting one that I'm sure you deal with all the time. Where I know I've heard of friends that basically said, "Well, I'm not going to run the company anymore. I'm just not going to go to work anymore because what's the point? I don't want the business to make any more money." And I'm like, that doesn't sound quite right to me. I don't think you can really do that.
Right. Well, and people do that too. I don't want to work harder because I don't want to pay spousal support or I don't want to pay child support. So I'm just going to quit. And there's case law that says that income can be imputed to you if the keywords are voluntarily divest yourself of your earning ability. So if you're fired, fine, you're fired. But if you quit and you had a good paying job, the court can act like you're still making that amount of money.
Oh, that's interesting. I know we just mentioned it. So what is really? So they can basically, you can show that, hey, this person is basically not working because they don't want to pay X, Y.
Right. I think that the seminal case is some guy was working on Wall Street and then he quit to be a monk. And he's like, well, I'm at the monastery now. I don't make any money. And the court said, yeah, but you used to.
That's crazy.
We're going to hold you to that because it's not your kid's fault. It's not you have each parent has a duty to support their children before anything else.
I'm going to get that link from you. We'll post it up in the video. Yeah. That'd be interesting reading. That's a great example of extremes.